settings. So let's see, call reporting's on. If we go to, let's see, yes, yeah, and then you can click auto apply there. Yeah, it should be there. It always move. Yeah, and then and then opt out of all that. Yeah, I would turn all of that. I mean, that's basically allowing it to auto do everything for you, which is really bad because it's going to make decisions we don't want it to. Yeah, I would turn it all off. Yeah, all that's very bad. It's basically allowing the Google algorithm to just make changes to your account. Which is we don't want to. It's not really going to affect anything. You can leave that one on. It's probably fine. Turn off optimized targeting. Remove, turn off both of those. Those are very bad. Improve, turn off everything there. Add responsive search ads, improve your responsive, turn off all of those because that's allowing it to actually create ads for you, and which is like very bad. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's always on anyways at the ad level. Yeah, you can hit save. Well, hit save after you're done. Did you turn everything off there? Yeah, that one's fine. Yeah, that one's fine. Okay. Yeah, because this is so first thing that I'm seeing, I'm looking at the conversion. I can just share my screen here for a little bit. Let me go ahead and take this window. No. There we go. Okay, so can we see it? Yeah, we can see it. Okay. So it looks like we have an import from Google Analytics conversion tracking, which is definitely not what we want to do. We actually lose a lot of conversions by using Google Analytics. So we want to use the Google Ads tag. So we'd want to let's see, how is this even set up here? Okay, yeah, we have a value submitted there. I probably wouldn't do that. What is that from? Do you know? The $9 there?
This Google specialist, and he said like we need to give algorithm idea. What do you want? The calls or form submission or something? So phone calls, it's top. It's 10. Then it's form submission 9, and 8 it's get quota. So but because it's not $9, it's just order what is priorities.
Yeah, I would definitely remove that. Typically, I don't like using a value on those, but I mean, this is done from an import from clicks, which is I would set up entirely new conversion actions actually, which will have it relearn. But we're losing a lot of attribution by using imports from GA4. Google Analytics will miss about 30% or more of the form fills compared to the Google Ads tag. The Google Ads tag is better. It looks like we don't have call tracking lead. This is also website import from clicks. So $10 every conversion. Yeah, see, I would do one conversion instead of every for up here as well. So conversion tracking, I would say, is definitely an issue as well. I would audit this and see, did we get 31 form fills? I would check the back end of the website and see, did we actually get 31 forms? So, because that's what it's saying, right? And so I would double check that and just see, because that, and then this is, I mean, I'm not sure why these two are different. Is this a different contact form? All contact form lead, form tracking lead.
Yeah, I have like 3 different contact forms. It's like a simple form. It's above fold on our slider, then like a request quarter, and then like a long form, like job request, something like that.
Got it. So yeah, pretty healthy budgets. So Bellevue, Seattle, we have a TCPA. Yeah, so it's really tough because with that conversion tracking, I would say that it skews the rest of the data here on how I would set up conversion tracking. Personally, what's the actual website URL? I can actually just go in here. I was going to see, is there any other forms that we're not tracking? Like that'd be another thing I would check, is make sure that we have all the forms tracking.
I believe all form tracking.
Okay, so it's all the same.
Yeah, it should be all.
Cool. Yeah, because that's when conversion tracking's off like that, or not using the Google Ads tag, like it'll make ads look a lot worse than they are. So I would recommend basically creating a new conversion action for the forms. So that's 2 of them here. I would set these 2 to secondary after that's live and you confirm it's tracking. Set the old stuff to secondary, because we don't want the algorithm using that on that. And then call tracking. Is this something that you set up with call tracking metrics, or what is this? How is this set up?
Yes, it's call tracking. It's probably this code from call tracking to connect with ads.
Okay. Yeah, so that would be the main thing.
Because since like main request to have phone calls. So like call tracking, it's like main measure, because from different phone numbers it's go all to one actual iPhone.
Got it. Yeah, so I mean that would be the number one priority, would be to get conversion tracking better, and not use Google Analytics imports for that, because then that skews all of the CPA data here, right? It's like I wouldn't really trust the actual cost per conversion here, because it's using Google Analytics instead of the Google Ads tag. So that would be a major thing. So it's hard to audit the rest of the account. With that, I would say, so let's see, Seattle leads. Let's just look at a couple things here. So you have a target CPA set. Yeah, I wouldn't look at conversion rate too much, because it is high, which is good, but let's see, what are you targeting here? So we're all on broad match.
But there was a lot of forms from South Africa, give me a job, so absolutely not relevant. Because if we hire someone, we hire someone within 50 miles radius, not from other countries at all,
Yeah. So we do have, we've automatically created assets on. So this is going to be really dangerous to have on as well, because it's allowing it to create ads basically. So I typically have that off, because this is basically allowing it to create an ad and write the ad for you, and that's just like really scary.
Okay, give me a sec. I will turn, because it's so a rabbit hole.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm just going to go through.
So where can I find it?
I am in the Seattle City Leads campaign here, and I'm in settings.
Okay, Seattle City Leads in settings. Okay, settings.
So, we're also on Google Search Partners too. That's a potentially a red flag as well, with being Google Search Partners on. Presence or interest. Okay. This is a big setting as well.
Okay. I'm on in settings.
Yeah.
And oh, let me look on screen. And settings, this, and it's location. Okay.
Yeah, so we definitely want to, this is a big red flag here on presence. We want to have people in because this last part right here is where it all goes to shit. To be
Okay. So, say
yeah,
again. What? Where's red flag?
right here. So this, we want this to be presence in.
Presence.
Yeah,
Presence.
because what happens is it says or who's shown interest in your targeted locations. So anybody outside, like I could be in Northern California here, but I'm interested in going to Seattle. It may, like, I don't want to be, we don't want to be showing ads to me because I'm interested in Seattle, but I'm not in Seattle.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Presence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a big thing for local businesses. We definitely never want that on. We always want the present people in or regularly in the targeted locations. So I would check that for every single campaign. So make sure that go through each campaign, check the location settings there. Yeah, no, I trust it there. It's just so let's see what else campaign. UTM parameters are good in here to have just as a basic thing. Adding just a, you can just Google tracking template, Google Ads tracking template on there and just throw one in there. That allows you to audit the contact forms. And if he's saying, hey, I'm not getting any good leads or something, you can go and read the contact forms on the back end of the website, and it'll show in the URL string, it'll say gclid on there, and you can tell that it's from Google Ads. So if there's a contact form that says, hey, I need my whole foundation repaired or whatever, and you can see that it's from Google Ads, then it's like, hey, we're actually driving good leads.
Yeah, I believe I have this in the form because when lead arrive, it show on which
The gclid,
way should click,
yeah,
which like what country, what IP address, kind of
perfect.
stuff.
Very cool. Yeah, this is the campaign setting. So if it's on the account level, then we're good. So it's probably on the account level, which is good. Search partners, that is a scary thing. Let's go back to, I wouldn't turn
And
that off right away, but
yeah,
let's
and
see.
how you mean search partner and how I turn this off?
Oh, wow. Okay. So there is a lot of money being sent. So right here, segmentation is one of the most powerful things we can do in here. This segment button. You can see how much money is being spent on Google search versus search partners. And search partners is not Google search. That's like other networks, not on Google. And so we can see a huge portion of the budget is actually going to search partners. So if his complaint is that the quality of leads are bad and it's junk traffic, and you can verify that by looking at the contact forms and you're going through the contact forms, just skimming it, or exporting the whole thing to Excel and just kind of scanning it for legitimate leads versus spam. Definitely verify if the contact forms are junk. If they are, or significantly amount of junk, then I would turn off search partners. But before making a major change like that, definitely verify the contact forms. I would not just listen to the client and say, the leads are crap, because everybody says that, and most of the time they're wrong. I have several clients in the home services thing, and I read back the contact forms to them, and I say these are very quality, and it ends up being a different issue, right? It's a salesperson issue or front desk issue, and not an advertising issue. So, but it looks like a significant amount of money is being spent on search partners. So that's a lever I would pull, is turning that off. And that'll make us only spend on Google. So those are the major things. Let's check. So this is the one that's spending the most. Let's check. So we have two ads here. So it looks like we got a call ad. And then we got one search ad here. Let's look at keywords again. So concrete finish companies. I do like Broadmatch, but Broadmatch is also scary. Broadmatch has gotten a lot better. It's something that you'd have to like track in terms of the quality of leads. So if your quality of leads are not where they need to be after making a bunch of changes here and measuring it after a month or two, or giving it at least probably 2 weeks, I would say 2 to 3 weeks, then I would revisit that, and then we could do some consulting or something like that, going forward.
You know, like main thing we have brought because it's volume not enough. You know, like because like on foundation of thing. So I think it's for reason they will already play with it, but it's definitely I will keep eye on.
No, that's fair. Yeah, that is fair. When there's not a lot of inbound. So let's see, best foundation repair for seniors in the United States. Yeah, see, we're definitely, so foundation repair work USA. Now let's see here. What is going on with this? So we're getting leads kind of, but I don't trust the contact. I don't trust the conversion tracking. So they're a paving company, right? Like that is something that they would do. That's relevant.
No, it's not paving. It's if you have like crack in foundation, they come and lift the side of your house so it's level again. So it's structure repair, not paving. It's also like waterproofing or like like or encapsulation or crawl space repair. So not paving.
Got it. So I mean that's one that's driving. I mean we spent in the last 30 days, I guess $456 on that for paving company in the United States. You know, out of I guess 2,200 bucks. So almost a fifth of that. So it's like best foundation repair for seniors in the United States. That's a bit on foundation repair work USA. So broad match, like I'm not too concerned about search terms in broad match unless they are totally off of what we do. I'd be a little bit more worried about some of these search terms because we're getting feedback that says the leads aren't good. So if you can verify through the call tracking metrics, if you can scan through some of those calls, and if you yourself are able to verify that the leads are in fact bad, whether it's just spam or they're asking for a not qualified service, like they're asking for something that he doesn't provide, that means it's a targeting, it's definitely a keyword issue and a targeting issue. But that would be something I would watch out for as well. So we maybe need to change keywords because it's not relevant. So if these leads are not good, like just look at the last 30 days, I would say. Look at the most recent stuff, check the quality of leads, read the contact forms, and if you verify that they are no good, no bueno, then I would look at changing some of the keywords or changing strategy altogether. And that would be a longer conversation. That would be more digging in there that would be needed. So that would be kind of an action item. Do you have any insights on like if the leads are good or bad?
Like have you read like copy of all leads come on my email, so I read them all.
You do? Okay, perfect. So how are they?
So I read. So like for today, leads good. So they're all relevant. I think like most problem was with this capture, because pretty much when a website we install form was no capture, then it was like crap. Then we put capture is a little better, but then become crap, and then we put like V3, and now it's very good. So like, and my question is, so like when we set conversion, its conversion should be thank you page after form submission, correct?
Yes. Yeah, that's the easiest way.
Like this way, if dirty traffic come, but they were not able to submit this form because of capture, it's not going to count as conversion, right?
If they don't hit the thank you page, it won't fire. Yeah.
Okay.
The tag fires on the thank you page.
Yeah, and they cannot reach you because they cannot go through capture. Okay.
Yeah, so the tag will only fire if they get to the thank you page from an ad, or the conversion won't. So, let's see, it looks like only one was automatically created there, which is not bad actually. So those are kind of the main issues. Like those are like significant enough changes that I wouldn't look too much past that. The location is a huge change. So that would be a massive thing and making sure that we're only targeting our geographic area. I would, it looks like how far is Bellevue from Seattle? Do you know? Aren't they pretty close?
Actually, our office in Bellevue, so it's just across the bridge. So it's like, I don't know, 5 miles.
Yeah, so one of the things I noticed was you were just targeting, I think, the city on here of Seattle. I would double check that. So you got Bellevue. I would double check his have you gone over his like service radius with him?
Yes, I know service area. It's from border of Canada to border of Oregon. It's along I-5. So all this west,
All of
like
that. Okay.
belt, all like thin line.
Okay.
Technically, I would say like 50 miles around Seattle, but it's more like oval
Okay.
than circle.
Got it. And do you have different campaigns then for each day? Excuse me.
You know, like we used to run, we created a separate page for each city, and we were running campaign. You can see how many campaign pause, for right now. But we had like separate campaign for each city and the share budget, so it was pretty much, I don't know, like $5 per city. You know, like how the sharing, it's like a manual campaign. But it's we ran this probably like a year ago, and then it's pause, and then in November we stop Google Ads completely, and it was no any changes in phone calls. So it means majority stuff comes from organic.
Yeah.
So and now because everything like so bearable, let's turn all campaigns. But I personally thinking it's more problem with SEO because we change phone numbers for tracking. I think it's this one, but this request was about Google Ads, so this is why we're sitting here with you. He said, like, find smart person who will tell what to do, and we make these changes. You know, like so.
Got it. Yeah. So I mean, the location thing. I mean, you don't have to target each individual city individually. I probably wouldn't change that now, though. I mean, Seattle is fine. I would look at actually expanding maybe some of the geographic area around Seattle because you were just targeting the Seattle city, and there was a lot more. So Bellevue, I know, is right next to it.
No, we have like Seattle, then Bellevue, it's east little bit, like 10 miles east. Then we have like 20 miles north and 20 miles south. So to make this line,
Got it. Okay. And is that are those in separate campaigns? Like what's in here? Let's look. Yeah, so it's just sitting there. I would look at maybe testing a radius target too, because we're only doing city targeting here. And then remember to change on each campaign, change this down here. So go to each campaign that's active and make sure to change the location there. I would audit the locations here though, and just see, is there any areas that we're not targeting? Because I feel like when you do just cities alone, sometimes it doesn't the system doesn't work as well as just like doing a good radius.
And how I do this instead city to do area where
you can go advanced search here. Yeah, you can click so I'm in settings, then I'm in location, and then I'm in advanced search. And you can drop a pin, so you can select this here on radius. So you can select a radius and then you can drop a pin. And then select 2 mile radius, 5 mile radius, and because sometimes when you mash cities, same thing with like zip codes, it kind of messes with the system, and sometimes you don't get as much traffic as you could because it doesn't like blend city lines versus like the whole radius. It's just a weird thing. That's always kind of been like that. So that's something I would look at. Definitely change the location setting there. Goals, those are okay once you start doing new. Let's see. Search partners, we covered that. Let me see if they're spending the full budget here. So we are spending the full budget, even with the TCPA. Well, almost. Only the last 2 days, actually.
Yeah,
Was
because
the budget changed significantly here?
yes, the budget was sending on Sunday, so it was $100 a day. It's turned to 330, so it was 300% increase.
Wow. And is he okay with that? Because that's an auto applied recommendation.
He
He did
changed
it?
it.
Oh, he changed it. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he changed it. Yeah, we were sitting like with you, and he
Yeah.
go over. Oh, let's do this. Oh, let's do this. Okay, it's your
Okay.
money. Yes, let's. I increased budget like $30 and thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, that's okay. That's a huge change. That's definitely going to set things into relearning. Meaning like I would watch performance daily with that budget and just monitor the forms even more, which sounds like you're already doing. And make sure that we're not wasting that budget. Like make sure so the search partners.
And what is the best way to increase budget? Just like $5-10 a day, slowly.
Yeah, I usually don't do more than 20% increases, but it just depends. It's super situational. With this, it's gonna basically with this significant increase, it's gonna try and find a whole new audience because it was turned off of a leash. So you give it $100 or whatever. Let's just say it's $120. It's like, okay, how many leads can I go get for 120? Now you just said, hey, I got $330. How many can you get me for that? And the machine's like, I don't know. Let me go find out. So it's going to go and learn and see. So it's definitely going to be in a 2-week kind of learning period, but I would watch it very carefully to see if, because you could burn money really quickly because it is still spending the full budget just about with a TCPA on, which means it's like there's volume there somewhere. So you just got to make sure that the volume, like this, the quality of the search traffic is good and the quality of leads are good. If they're not, I would turn off search partners next on it. But so kind of to recap, I mean, definitely change conversion tracking, kind of number one, conversion tracking to Google Ads tag, create new form tracking with that. Double check the phone call thing, see if that's properly matching up with call tracking metrics or if that was set up from the past. And then the location, change each campaign location from then to then. One of the ways I look at, so if you go segment and then you go to network with search partners here, this is what I look for. You can see that $1,000 was spent on search partners. And I think the part of the reason why it's able to spend $330 a day is because search partners on. And so typically there can be a lot of junk traffic on search partners because those are
So
not people searching on Google.
Maybe just turn it off right now.
Only if you're not getting quality leads. If you go through another week and you're looking at the emails coming in and the leads are no good, they're not qualified, they're not even asking the right questions. It's like if they don't say, hey, I need my foundation repaired or asking for a quote, then it's bad. It's like that means something needs to get changed. So what we could do is, I don't really do hourly consulting, but we could do something like that where we just do an hour in a bit, not now, but like after those changes get made, and kind of revisit it. But we could do something like that if you'd like, but those are going to be major changes in itself with location. So to recap there, if traffic is bad over the next like 3-4 days, I would turn off search partners. Volume may drop. What may happen here is you may not spend the full budget, which is a whole nother thing. So you may not be able to spend, you may not get traffic off of just Google if there's not enough like search volume, even on broad match. And in that case, then it's a TCPA. Then I would remove the TCPA and let it learn. But that's if you do remove the TCPA, just know that your cost per conversion may skyrocket because it's not going to care. It may, and the cost per click may skyrocket as well. And that's something that has to be watched very closely because cost per click might, what is it right now? $7 on average. Yeah, $3 on average, $4. It may overspend significantly, so that's something that you definitely have to watch. But what would work better for you? I mean, I'm happy to do it, an hourly consulting or something down the road and just do an hour if that works, or if not, we can, happy to help and just kind of give a free audit here any way I can help.
So. Yeah, I think like hourly will be of like wonderful because thank you for audit. Like for me personally, like I prefer you do this stuff, but for right now, since his business, go south, he even fire one whole team because it's not job.
Wow.
He lets go a lot of people, so like probably more than half or 70% people. So now if we will be able to bring more business, more money, then we can hire these people back, and then hire you on full time, all this stuff. But for right now he's struggling, and just because I'm friend, I'm some kind like okay, to help, but I cannot function in this too long because I also have children to feed, So
exactly.
But like between you and me, I'm definitely more like I think like hourly it will be perfect.
Sure. No, that makes sense. Because I mean, minimum usually what I charge for like monthly is in the $1,500 a month range for management usually, and then if they're spending $6 grand plus, or they got to be spending 10 grand a month or something, so the ratios make sense. If they have like a $500 a month budget, then it's like obviously I can't. It doesn't make sense. Same thing with SEO, but we could maybe do a lower ad budget for something like this if I were to fully take it over and manage it. But yeah, he would have to. It sounds like he's in having issues in a bunch of other areas too. So, well, hopefully, is the SEO working? How's that going? Is the SEO going well? Because it sounds like you've done really well for like the city SEO pages and stuff.
I think like it's since now the situation, like I have like like a bunch of marketing companies try to sell services, so I have like because I'm like not working with company, but I pretty much run company like marketing part completely. So I was interviewing like different marketing company, and they do this. Oh, look how many keywords. Oh, like look at your ranking. So it was some kind of like nice compliment. SEO is good. For right now, I need scanned on like on phone numbers because since November it was changes. But in general, we have like 180 pages, so we pretty much have page for every like major city in the greater Seattle area in our services. So we're getting organic traffic there. It's just not enough searches, and I think like something missing. I feel like maybe some extra check mark. How you said between analytic and tag. I didn't know that we lose the reports. I just didn't think about it.
Yeah, Google Analytics is horrible.
And this is huge.
It's very bad. It's a significant drop on it. So cool. Just looking around. Contact us for free quote.
So, and what your recommendation to have tag and analytic, or I should remove analytic and have to only add tag? Or I can use
only both. Google Ads tag would be So Google Ads tag. After you set up the new conversions here, like new conversion, go through all this, make sure the Google Ads the right tags on there, and it's tracking on the thank you page. You can just set that up through Google Tag Manager. Is probably the easiest since you already have thank you pages. Make sure the new ones are primary. which will be a massive change. So there, I would expect some learning, relearning too, from like at least a 2-week period algorithmically. And then make sure to check these to primary. So go in here and, or not primary, secondary. After you've confirmed the new form tracking is working, yeah, change this to secondary here, because we don't want Google to prioritize analytics as the like signal for the algorithm for bidding. We want it
But
to use the Google
only
tag.
after 2 weeks, right?
No, so only after, so yeah, to recap, create the new conversion actions with the Google tag. Make sure that's working with Google Tag Manager. You can use the Google Tag Assistant up here to make sure that that's working. It's a Chrome plugin or Google Tag Manager. The debug thing works there too. There's a lot of like really good videos on step-by-step there on YouTube. But make sure the new conversion tracking is working. That'll be set to primary. Once the new conversion actions are working with using the Google Ads tag, then immediately set these to secondary. But don't set these to secondary until you can confirm that the new stuff's working. And I wouldn't use a value either, personally. All this stuff is leads. I just do not use a value there. And I would also do one. This is another setting here for lead forms. For like form fill specifically, I would do 1. Because we don't want to count somebody who fills out the form twice if it's the same person. That's why we want it on 1, because otherwise our reporting is bad. And we think we're doing really good, but it's, one guy may have submitted the form twice and we thought we had more leads than we did. And we call the client and it's like, oh, no, it's not good. Yeah, so that's definitely make sure
Yes,
that's on 1.
same with phone calls. When one client called 5 times, I said, oh, numbers is awesome, but it was like one guy calling like, many times.
Yeah, so we want yeah, just 1 on those. Otherwise we can't trust the reporting in here, because then it says, hey, we have 28 leads, and we call the client's like, I'm dying over here. I need help. And it's like, well, yeah, it's just, so that's a pretty common thing. But yeah, that's the main thing. Those are huge changes, and yeah, we can kind of go from there. So this is another major thing that I saw. This is this Facebook Messenger? I don't want to start a chat here, but yeah, this is Facebook Messenger.
No, it's just for Facebook Messenger.
And I would look at how to I'd have to check on how to set that up conversion tracking wise, but we definitely want to be tracking conversions there if possible. I'd have to see how to do that with Google Tag Manager. So but we want to make sure that that's something we're being tracked, because we might be getting a lot of leads through Messenger that are coming from ads that are not showing up in the ads. So that's a big thing right there. That's why I always like to take a look at the site. Contact us. So this is okay. And send. Looks like there's only the 2 contact forms, right? So both of those are tracked. Oh, what is this book appointment? Oh, that's the same page. Okay. Same URL. Yeah, same URL. Cool.
Yeah, like we have this like Google Calendar set up like for short time, but it didn't work well with our team, so it's just placeholder.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, what I'm doing right now is just looking at like making sure there's no other actions that people can take that we need to add as conversion tracking, because we want to make sure that we're tracking everything like humanly possible for conversions. And this would be the main thing. So I'm really glad I checked out the site there, because the Messenger is big. That's a big deal. Cool. That's the main things. That's a lot. So do you have any other kind of questions, kind of as kind of a thing? Was that, I hope that was helpful, but what would you, yeah, do you have any other questions or?
Yeah, it was eye-opening. I didn't think about this location thing. I even probably never dived to this rabbit hole, but it's huge.
Yeah.
Like, so I think you found, like this like red button, like what I was missing. So yeah, like you give me like great like to-do list. Let me implement, and I definitely come back to you, and this our consulting, it will be like perfect, because I'm not stupid. I'm experienced. I'm in
of course.
in web design and
Yeah.
SEO like for a long
Yeah.
time, but
Yeah.
I don't like ads too much. But
Yeah.
like it's necessary evil and have to learn this and be good. And especially when you hire someone, you know how to work, so you can check
Yeah, exactly.
quality. So like but it's
Yeah.
definitely I heard a lot of good high recommendation about you. So
Thank
I'm
you.
agree. Like like you're the
Yeah.
guy. Absolutely.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I've actually, so I was in OMG back in like 2016 as well, and
Yeah,
I've known Josh for a very long
as
time. Yeah.
same as me. Like I'm
Yeah.
there from 2000 to 2016. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
So
So I
like
started with SEO, and then I branched out to ads. So now I only do ads basically, and a little bit of SEO with legacy clients, but I'm mostly focused on ads now, on stuff. So awesome. Well, I'm glad I was able to help. Feel free to reach out over Messenger or email. Email is probably better actually. But Messenger might be a faster thing, and we can set something up going forward for hourly, or just reach back out if you need more help. So.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Of
I
course.
appreciate
You're welcome.
your help.
Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Any last questions,
You
right?
too. Что? Yeah, no,
Okay,
it's like
you're good?
no questions right now. I probably will pop up like here or there. So
Sure.
like yeah, I will send you in Messenger if something like I'm not
Cool.
sure about. Thank you.
Sweet. You're welcome. Have a good rest of your evening. We'll talk soon. Bye. Bye.